was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? When it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah. Baby, there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. It's not a cry that you hear in love. It's not someone who's seen the love. It's a call and it's a broken Yehovah, Himasekebo, Kuribala Yende Buseke, Kurilabaso, Shatalabuye, Kurilaba, Himadelebo, Himadeleba, Himasekeba, Himasekeba, Ruach HaKodesh, Himasekeba, Himasekeba, Darabulaye, Shantalabunede, Shantalabuye, Imandela. Imadeleba, Imadeleba, Yehovah, Sekebule ye, Yanatulabu ha on, Imadeleba, Imadeleba, Yaraboseke, Imadeleba, Kurila Bayede, Maseke, Imadeleba, Shantala Buyende, Kurila Basende, Ori Mashantala Buha, Imateleba, Santa La Reboshende, Pule Bushantala Buha, Kurila Basende, Imateleba, Kurila Bayende, Kurila Basaya, Bully Shantabu, Imadeleba, Imadeleba, Yehovah, Imadeleba, yeah, Oseke Bule Yende, Shutela Bayende Ba, Irabule Kosikeya. Imashanta la busikeya, imosokoro boyende, irobosikaya bosinteya, imoshanta la bubuyende, kurila basende, kurila bayende yebosekeya, imadele bosunde yalabo, imadeleba. Greetings to the 12 tribes of Yisrael scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Yahuwah. Shalom and much love, family, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yehoshua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah said unto Yehukanah, sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is near. Exactly what we are doing here, family. Decoding end times prophecies, signs, dreams, in preparing people by the house for the returning of King Yehoshua HaMashiach, to whom due eternally all glory, praises, worship, adoration, excellency, wealth, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the forever pure energy, the blessed one, the very DNA of Abba Yahuwah. Hallelujah. Bless you, Abba Yahuwah. Yes, we have resounded again. We have just sounded again the shofar. It is to wake you up. It is alert. If you are sleeping, wake up. Yes, like I always love to say, trumpets or sounds always precedes the movement of Abba Yahuwah. This that I'm doing, it is the sounding of the shofar. It is blowing of the trumpet. This is how we blow it. Yes, make it that noise of get ready, because a voice of trumpet has been released from the heavens.
that when Abba Yehovah is about to reveal something unique, therefore he said we should sound the trumpet. And this unique vision or a glory is about to reveal. It is found in Exodus 34 verses 10. Okay, that something great is about to take place. Yes, it would be a glory to the camp of Yisrael, and why it will be a disaster to the Gentile, to the unprepared one. Yes, this is the use of the trumpet. I have just sounded it again, that the owner of the earth, King Yehoshua HaMashiach, is on his way coming. In fact, he's right at your door right now knocking, because he wants to serve. Yes, with his elect, his bride. Okay, so this is the nature of the trumpet, that we are the last generation to receive this great king. That is wonderful. Are you ready for that? Yes, it is the next movement now. Are you ready? Are you serious? Are you prepared? Is there a stain in your garment, or is your garment being washed? Yeah, before it surfaces, there is still a room to do that. If there is any stain, there is still a room to do that. This is the nature of the message and of the sounding of the shofar, that the Ruach HaKodesh say unto you and me, let him that have ear hear what he himself is saying to us, that we are the last generation to see the great coming of the great king. Just as he has said that he is coming with great glory. Matthew 24. Yes. And likewise, the signs of the last day says something. Are you ready? Is your heart open? Therefore, kindly listen.
You can't obviously believe that Watchmen, Yahoo, and Deborah did not pay me to do the intro for White It Out 4 to deceive the masses. The true Israelites are the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans scattered throughout the earth. The Judah team has an agenda to make all the tribes Hamite. Matthew 24:4 says, to take heed that no man deceive you.
Hey guys, the gig is up. I'm not the real Jesus. As a matter of fact, the fella's name wasn't even Jesus. He had a Hebrew name. There wasn't a letter J until a few hundred years ago. With that being said, I have fooled the whole world into the biggest sham of all time. The name and identity of the real fella has been taken over by me. There are thousands of paintings of Jesus, and they don't even come close. Jesus was the creation of the Roman Catholic Church, which served to replace the real fella, who probably looked more like Morgan Freeman. But who cares? The truth doesn't matter, as long as you pay your tithes. Gotcha.
Prior to this, let us get a precept. Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Do you hear thunder rocks? Did you hear the rolling of the lion? Lion is rolling. Can you stand the roar of the lion? Okay. Or do you hear the rolling thunders? Okay. Therefore, fill the blank. Okay. And let this be wired. Okay. And let this go deep into the soul. Okay. So right now we are going to the supreme one. That's very supreme word. Abba Yehovah, I'm looking forward to eternity with you. With you. All glory unto you. Matthew 24:24, here I am. For there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You see, everyone is deceived. Every single one, including myself. And I bless his name that he rescued me. I came out from the deception of Jesus the Jesus 12 years ago, the Christian, that they are the primary China. And many of my brethren is right there hoping to see the kingdom of Yehovah, but in the wrong way, but in the wrong direction. When he said, go not to the right, nor turn not to the left, but walk ye the straight road. My brother, my sister, how can you be keeping Sunday? How can you be keeping all this satanism and demonic feast and say you are going to heaven? Okay, this is the reason of this. This is the nature of this message, to put our house in order. Okay. Oh, precious living Abba Yehovah, I thank you for your great mercy, because in this very particular place there is stipulation. There is stipulation that the elect will be spared and delivered from the deceitfulness, the lying wonders, the deceiving wonders, the wonders of the mark of the beast. Oh, you said they will be delivered. Hallelujah. Thank you for your eternal mercy you kindly extended unto us and unto them that is still over there. All glory to you, Abba, Mishmaker and people. Here we are again in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yehovah, in retouching this breathful, powerful message he began with us a few days ago, titled Virtuous Woman is another color of rainbow, and our womb is the Ark of the Covenant, part 3. So I strongly believe we are going to end it at part 4, because I still have about, I treated 3 points already. I still have about 5 points. But I want to do it in this way, that I'm going to treat now the polygamy with polyandry already. So right now we are going to look into polygamy and its origin, and monogamy in this statement. So I think the other 3 are leftover points. That one, I think I'm also going to do it in another clip, so that each one of these points have their own clip, a video. So right now, I always love to set the stage with Deuteronomy 32 from verses 1 to 4. So I read, give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, and my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of Yehovah. Ascribe ye greatness unto our Elohim. He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment. A Elohim of truth and without iniquity, just and right is he, Abba Yehovah. seke hey seke duri labasendo ruach hakodesh seke buri labashendo ruach seke duri labasende ya seke himo santa laboyende seke buri labashando ya ruach hakodesh ruach hakodesh oh ruach hakodesh hey ruach seke masendabo all right, family, quickly let us look into what is the royal law for. How does it play it out in our lives? So we are going to check it out, the few points I could list out. Point 1. It functions as a sacred marriage document between Yahuwah and his people Yisrael. Point 2. It outlines how the marriage is to be lived out. Its stipulation are what makes it a happy and a fruitful marriage. Hallelujah. Yes, blessed is my womb. For you, Father Abba Yahuwah. For you, Abba Yahuwah, eternally blessed is my womb, the very ark of the covenant, to be fruitful. Oh yes. But for you, in all things, orally. Yes, point 3. Its precepts describe how the marriage would function. Point 4. Its word pictures tells what a marriage life would be like. Point 5. Its judgment describe how each of the partner would relate to each other. Point 6. For either party to violate this agreement violates the marriage itself. Point 7. The groom promised never to violate it because the groom is Yahuwah himself. He has never ever broken his word. You see, we, his bride, sometimes, of course, because of the body of corruption, the serpent imputed unto us. Yes, sometimes we fall out of grace, we break his royal law, and that is what the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach is doing for us, making intercession. As far as that is not about our lifestyle, we don't practice wickedness, but initially, if we fall into it, yes, the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach will drag us back into the covenant as soon as we break it by sin, because sin simply means breaking the rules, breaking the law, transgressing the law, the ordinances of Yahuwah. So this is what the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach has done for us eternally, that we would fall out of grace due to the body of corruption, the serpent imputed unto us, for the serpent not to bite us. Therefore, the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach will cleanse us, dust that iniquity of us, and bring us back to this covenant. So that makes us his bride eternally settled, guaranteed. Okay, so this is who we are as the people of the book. Yes, Father. So right now, family, again, a special greetings to my brothers, my family, my fathers, and my husband. From Abba Yahuwah, I bring eternal blessing, glory, mercy through the power of the Ruach HaKodesh and by the authority of my husband Yahushua HaMashiach unto the camp of Yisrael in the land of Babylon. Yes, we are all in the land of Babylon, in the four corners of the earth. Just as Abba Yahuwah said that he's going to scatter us in the four corners of the earth. That is why he himself is also the one to do the gathering. This is how we know the synagogue of the Satan are serpent, as are the seed of serpent. Because that one is being done by the hands of men. UN. But ours is going to be done by Yahushua HaMashiach, because he said, I have other sheep which are not of this fold. They also I must call, and they will hear my voice. They are not of this fold. Even when he came, our forefather already scattered in the four corners of the earth. And before the kingdom, the tribe of Yehudi also now went fled into the west coast of Africa, later known as the west coast of Africa, and from there Negro land, and then now Nigeria. Don't get me wrong, all Yazrael scattered in the four corners of the earth. Yes, I'm talking about that which I know, okay, and which is also in the world reckoning. But he knew us. He himself is the one to do the gathering, not by UN. You see? So what is not is not. Okay? So right now, men of Yehuda and men of Yazrael, as we started this topic already, addressing this very matter that is eating me up, because I have the Ruach of Yahuwah. There's no way I can see these things are moving within us, then I will silence or be afraid because of to fight me back. Yes, initially that is what you guys normally, not all, but I see some brothers with this attitude, which is not really okay. We are not fighting each other. We are here to build one another. So we know already the woman that needs to be silent, not a venturous woman. A venturous woman, it is of Yehovah. So a room must be created for her. Just like Yehoshua created a room for Maryam Magdala. That's what we'll see, I think, in Luke chapter 8, verses 3 also. There she now begin to support with her resources. With her resources, she now begin to help the author of life in their daily provision. Yeah, because she's a woman of substance. So that was why she was able to support the ministry. Okay, so right now, today we are going to look into polygamy, where it came from. And it's, monogamy. So before I do that, I would always like to acknowledge you, my father, my brothers, and my husband. Men of Yazrael, men of Yahudi. I dearly knew full machinistic sex depends on you. And again, I simply knew sex or determination revolves around you. You are the chromosome of X and chromosome. Excuse me. Yeah, now I can see good. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I take it again. Sex determination revolves around you. You are the centerpiece of X chromosome or Y chromosome. If your baby will be a girl, you give X chromosome, or a boy, you give Y chromosome. That our own is just one way. XX chromosome, while yours is double XX'd. Okay, Y, X and Y chromosome. That simply means from eternity to eternity, you are ever greater than X. Yes, I dearly acknowledge the fact that I'm here today. It is because you are there. I'm still very, very much loyal to you, my father, my brother, my husband. But there is also a unique glory in us, okay, that you need to look deep into with all due respect. That's what we need from you. Yes, her royalty, it is very important, brother. And her divinity, it is very, very important, brother. Proverbs 31, verses 10 to the end, till the end. Proverbs 12, 4. Genesis 1, 26 to 28. Matthew 26, 6 to 13. Exodus 29. Revelation 11, verses 19. And Revelation 12, verses 1. This is our royalty and her divinity. You need to look into with all due respect, okay? This is what we are doing here. So right now, I will always like to start out with 1 Corinthians 11. I take it from 1 to 12. But now I'm going to read only 3. Here we are in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, I read verses 3. But I want to have you know that the head of every man is Messiah, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Messiah is Yahuwah. Like I said, here is speaking about authority. Here reveals to us the mysteries of the authority, that of Yahuwah excealed that of Yehoshua, that of Yehoshua excealed that of a man, and that of a man excealed that of the woman, that the woman is the body, therefore woman cover up your head, that woman should recognize the authority of her husband, and know ye that you are carrying a personality, and that of your husband, and that of King Yehoshua, and that of Yahuwah. It is 3 men in the life of one woman, that all these chains of authority ends in the body of woman. Therefore, woman, you must protect these chains of order. These chains of order. So right now, he is speaking to us the chains of order. When you break that of the man, right away you are breaking that of Yehoshua. Right away you are breaking that of Yahuwah. That was why he said, he that break one law, break it all. This is what people don't understand. The Old Testament is done away with. We don't need the Old Testament, the Christian done. The primary channel of great deception. We don't need the Old Testament. We are the believer, we need the New Testament. The New Testament says something exactly like the Old Testament. When you break the order of these chains, right away you break the authority of Yahuwah. When you break one law, you break all. You as a wife, when you refuse to submit unto your husband, therefore you are not just disobeying your husband, but King Yehoshua and Abba Yahuwah. You break the chains. You break one chain, you break it all. But in my own situation, because here he's speaking about married woman, I'm a married woman unto Yehoshua. Yehoshua is my husband. Therefore, I speak from his authority to you men of Yahudim and men of Yazrael, that I'm going to share this testimony once again powerfully to you, my brethren. You are not going to do this for me, but I also see few brothers defending us in this aspect of polygamy or polygyny, but only few, just like 1% out of 100%. So the voice is still low. We need to address it, like I always said. I'm speaking to you through the power of the Ruach HaKodesh and by the authority of my husband, King Yehoshua HaMashiach. Like I said, a man is supposed to cover up a woman. Now, my father is not alive, he's dead long ago. And my elder brother, as a man, is not a man of Yahuwah, he is not born again. Unbeliever can never be my head. Therefore, now, I go to the author of life. Yes, he is my eternal bridegroom. Therefore, I speak now to you, men of Yehudim and men of Yazrael, from the authority of King Yehoshua and by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. He said, he that is led by the Ruach, he is the son and the daughter of Yahuwah. We are the kingdom of priests, and from the royal priesthood and a chosen generation. So we are going to look into this problem once and for all by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. Like I always said, if you disagree with this statement or with the way I address it, you cannot give it back to me, okay? You can't fight me back. Man, don't fight a woman. When you disagree to any topic or the way I address it or whatever, kindly take that situation, that matter that displeases you, straight away to my husband, King Yehoshua. Address him. Call him into that which I said that provoked you or that displeases you, that is not really appropriate. Therefore, say to my husband. Take it to him and he will speak to you concerning it. That is how it's supposed to be. You coming to fight with me, therefore you are displeasing my husband. You coming to attack me, therefore you are displeasing my head, which is King Yehoshua, which is also your head. So in order for we not to break the chains of order, as soon as you listen to this message, therefore anyone that displeases you, therefore kindly take it to my husband, King Yehoshua Meshach. Therefore, he will address it. So just as the Manoah did, Manoah, as the wife, the angel appeared to the wife. First of all, they saw that angel as a man of Yahuwah, because then they never knew it was an angel. Okay, so right now, when the angel now gave the word, the promise to the woman, and the woman now took that word to her husband. Her husband never fight against her at all. He never disputes. He never quarrels. He kindly take that word with faithfulness, with all his heart, and present it to Abba Yahuwah. And he now said, I want you to send me that man of you again. Okay, he entreated Abba Yahuwah, and Abba Yahuwah listened to his voice, and therefore he now send him back to them again. Okay, therefore that show maturity. Okay, so whenever you disagree, sometimes it's meant to agree and to disagree, because I know some is going to disagree, because a woman is boxing into their sweet delicious meal. The polyga what? Or polygene what? Now we are going into the origin, the source. Where did it came from? My brother, it came from the pit of hell. That is where we want to tackle first. It came from the pit of hell. Polygamy is from the loins of serpent. Polygamy came from the lake of fire. It is not of Yahuwah. It is satanic and it is demonic. Okay? That is what we want to unfold now. Bring your heart down and don't be burning your hunger against me and shut down the video. Just be humble enough and bring your heart down as we unveil it. Let's start. Okay, right now, let us look into the origin of your most delicious self meal, alias aka polygamy. Polygamy flash 7 wives in one peanuts. This is so funny. In fact, it is my brother Judea that really baffles my mind. That awesome brother, he teach powerfully. He look into matters so deeply. But this really was a mind-boggling unto me, that you of all people talking about polygamy, Judea, you should have been my head. But as soon as I begin to see you are so devoted into this polygamy, I have to draw back. Something is wrong. There is lust within. That you couldn't look into the origin of polygamy. I'm going to call out some names here today. And some, the names of the sister, some sister that I also come in contact with in YouTube, living in the US, my own family and my body, due to their testimony as I heard of it. I'm not going to call their name. Yeah, but I'm not going to share any name due to those that share testimony of my father, the pains they are going through in this polygamy. So I'm only going to share or talk about the incidents, not their name. But for some of my brother that is so devoted into those polygamy, polygyny, and to some of my sister that is also so devoted in preaching polygyny, I'm going to call your name. I'm going to call your YouTube name. Okay? So that is what we are going to do right here. Your delicious meal. Flash 7 wives. You want to put the queen, the princess of the Almighty Yahuwah in eternal bondage. You want to go into the kingdom with freedom, but you want to bring women into bondage. Do you know how painful it is? Let me not fast forward myself, or let me not go ahead of myself. Let's first of all tackle the origin of polygamy. That will be Genesis. Excuse me. So here we are in Genesis chapter 4. I read. This is the book. Excuse me. What are you doing in chapter 5? I only need chapter 4. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, glorify yourself. And Adam and Kawa, his wife, yeah, and she conceived and bore, and said, I have begotten a man from Yahuwah, And she again bore his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruits of the ground an offering unto Jehovah. Listen attentively. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And Jehovah had a respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not a respect. And Cain was very angry. Listen now, chapter 3, we see the wickedness of the serpent, the father of Cain. Remember Apostle Shaul said Cain is of that wicked one. Is of that wicked one. That is Cain belongs to Satan, that wicked one. Serpent. Alright. Now he brought offering. But unto Cain, his offering, he had not a respect. And Cain was very hungry. Here we first of all see wrath. He said he was very rough. And his countenance fell. Number one, we see hunger here. And the devil was so rough, and the serpent, was very, very rough. And the woman who brought forth King Yahushua HaMashiach. And the same serpent did that wicked thing in Genesis 3. And Jehovah said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance falling? Listen, another characteristics of the devil, serpent, his father. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lies at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. What is sin? Sin simply means breaking the rules of the Jehovah, and we saw that in Genesis 3, that his father serpent breaks the rules of Abba Yehovah, right in Genesis 3. And desire is also here. He desires so much to do the will of his father, because the desire of his father, the will of his father desire him so much. John 8:44. Yes, you desire to do. You are of the seed of serpent. And we also see that King Yahushua also said in Matthew 23. He said you are the seed of serpent. You blood of viper. We also see that Yehukanah also called them the seed of serpent. So, the seed of serpent. Right now we see another characteristics or the teachings of serpent right here. We proceed 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. We see that the day you will eat of that tree, you shall surely die. And we see the ordinances of Abaddon here, another characteristics of the serpent in Cain. 9. And Jehovah said unto him, where is Abel thy brother? See another characteristics of the serpent. And he said, are not lies. So he lied, for you are of your father the devil. He said he's the father of all liars. You see, the father of Cain, it is the serpent. You see, chapter 3, something happened. His father declared war and his wicked. And chapter 4, we now see his son, his firstborn, now carry out the ordinances of his father. He lied. He said, I don't know. Whereby you know what you did to him. We go to another characteristics. Now, am I my brother's keeper? Another characteristics of the serpent. So rude. You just kill human being. You don't feel pitiful. You don't feel sorrowful. Yet you are still full of yourself, still full of pride. That is the characteristics of the devil himself. And we see these characteristics of these two deities right in the firstborn Cain. From where's come your teaching of polygamy? We are digging into it. We see another characteristic, Nathan. And he said, Abba Yehovah is talking, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground, and now art thou cursed from another curse. You see, the serpent was being cursed. However, you are releasing a curse again upon Cain. From the earth, you are cursed. You are cursed from the earth. Remember, you never cursed Adam, but he cursed the ground. And the ground, like we said, it is the problem of the womb. That is the blood that is coming out because unclean thing enter in there, like I established in part 2. But he cursed Cain direct. You are, I said, and now art thou cursed from the earth. You are finished. Okay, which at okay, excuse me. Where am I? From the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from the ground. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Listen, another characteristics of the serpent. Anke said unto Yahuwah, my punishment is greater than I. Listen, now I can bear. This is another characteristics of the devil. I, Isaiah 12. Excuse me, Isaiah 40 from verses 12 to 15. I in everything. We see that same I, me, I, 5 I here, or me, is also being found exactly from Isaiah chapter 14, verses 12 to 15. I, everywhere. Me, I. Okay, so right now, he is talking about himself. He did not show no concern. You just kill human being. You did not feel no sorrowful, no remarks, pitiful at all. Only your own. He said, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out these days from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I again be hid, and I again I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me, I shall slay me. You see the characteristics of serpent and devil, the two conjoined right here in the life of Cain. That you just kill human being. Now that sentences has come, you never feel no guilt, you never regret what you have done, you never cry, you never feel sorrowful that you just kill human being. You lost a brother. You never even think of that. Is nothing absolutely to you. You only concerned about you. Me. Tell me now, this is exactly what the devil did, that when the serpent and the devil did wickedly, and they were being cast out of heaven down to the earth, instead of them to repair from their wicked, because now you see you have already lost the bright nature, you have already lost everything, because you are incapable to fight with the altar of life. Therefore you have lost heaven. Now that you are being cast into the earth, instead of this serpent and the devil to have a heart of repentance and say, please forgive us, we will never try it again. No, they never did that. What did they do? They proceed further to have sex with a married woman. Kawa. You see, this is the character of the serpent and the seed of serpent, from whence cometh your teaching of polygamy. Let's proceed. We are still in chapter 4. Then I'm going to read from verses where the lineage of Cain. Excuse me. Okay, I read now from verse 17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and bore Enoch. And he built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. So right now, let us unveil before I start reading the other part here, because I just remember something and I don't want to do away with it. Serpent, you are a liar. You must be definitely, totally, utterly exposed. Yes, right now, you see, from where cometh your teachings of polygamy, we see that he was being rejected. What was an offering that they both make unto Yehovah? You know, Cain make an offering And Abel also make an offering. What was the offering? Right now, Cain was the first fruit of the earth, and followed by Abel. So right now, and for the Yahuwah, as they both present themselves to Yahuwah, but what happened? Cain was rejected. Why? Because for the Yahuwah said in the Exodus 13, I think so, verses 2. Let me be sure, but I think so. Because my brothers, they are so smart. In dealing with them, you have to be very much careful and also be smart in Yahushua HaMashiach, so that they don't cut you red-handed when they see you don't know your way, like I think Timothy, 2 Timothy or so, 3:6, I think so, either 1 Timothy or 2 Timothy. I'm also going to read it. 3:6, I'm sure. It said, silly women lay with sin. Because you are so gullible and so silly, therefore you will take any nonsense, any crap from the pit of hell, taking polygamy as your heritage, that as we are preparing to go into eternal state with King Yehoshua, that you are going to be seeing your husband with what? Our sisters, what? Wives, sisters, wife, Bertram, concubine. You are a silly and a gullible woman, just as whether 1 Timothy or 2 Timothy said. But if you are a ventus woman, that means you are being raised to the level of a man. That is, you are capable in handling things through the power of the Ruach HaKodesh and in the authority of King Yehoshua HaMashiach. So they are smart. You also that want to come into a debate with them, you need to act like a man, and that is what we are doing right here. Okay, so right now, Exodus 13 verses 2, like I quoted, sanctify unto me all the firstborn whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Yisrael, both male and of a beast. It is a mine, whether human or beast. Okay, right now we are going back to Genesis 4. Father, you want to tell me now that it is because of the fall that is where the rules now came? No, brother, it isn't that at all. This is the eternal plans and eternal state, eternal heart of Abba Yahuwah, that every first fruit, any first fruit that dropped here on earth must be mine, must be given back to me. Okay, so it's not because of the fall. Serpent is subtle, is crafty. So this serpent knew the movement of he knew the planks already, because before there was the serpent and the cherubim and the archangel fell already. Before Adam and Kawa was being created, they already fall. They were the darkness that covered the surface of the deep. They were already falling from grace. They lose the bright nature already. So this plan already has been laid down in heaven. Just as the Yahuwah said, let us make man in our image. So the plan has already been stated. A serpent, the highest order of all angels, knew the plans already, that any first fruit that dropped here on earth is going to be Yahuwah. Okay, so that was why, as he did that wickedness, as we prove it by presented also by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, that serpent have sex with a woman. That is guaranteed 100%. Believe it or you leave it. We have said it. The royal law says so. So right now, he now said unto his son Cain, the first fruit of Satan, he now said, go and do your offering, because you are the first fruit. But Abba Yahuwah, because he knew Cain is the child of unlawful bed, he rejected him. You are not my first fruit. No, on the earth, nay, never. You are not. I rejected you. So when he rejected the seed of serpent, what did he do? So now unto Cain, Abel. I think I also have to read it. Where is it? Genesis. Oh, I'm sorry. Exodus now. Genesis chapter 4. Let's go back over there. Okay. So right now, what did Cain? Because Abel was the first fruits from the heavenlies. to step his feet right on earth. He was the first prophet for Abba Yahuwah. And Abel he also brought of the firstly what? Of his flock. He took the animal to present himself, his animal, and him himself, because anything that first of all opened the womb belongs unto Yahuwah. He called the revelation because he is the first fruit of the earth. Therefore, he now present him, the first male, and his flock, the first male that opened the womb, belong unto Yahuwah. Therefore, he got that revelation. The teaching was given unto him because he is the choosing, not Cain. Not Cain. Cain is the seed of serpent. You are the first fruit also of the serpent. You belong to the serpent, not Yahuwah. So when Cain now saw that, that is where war now came. Okay, so right now we are going now. I quickly established this already. So we are going now to see the mystery from where cometh your polygyny or polygamy. So right now we are already on the, we read already. Okay, let me take it again. 17. Genesis 4:17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Arad. And Arad begot Mehujael. And Mehujael begot Methuselah. And Methuselah begot Lamech. Listen now, my father, my brother, and my husband. Listen, polygamy. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. First reckoning. This baffled my mind to see that, brother Judea. Do you know what Abba Yehovah used your teaching to do for me? Do you know the cleansing Abba Yehovah used your teaching to do in me? Do you know the work he used your teaching to do in me? Because you teach with a deep meaning, with a revelation, a vision of Yehoshua HaMashiach. That when you now come into this polygamy because of lust in you, you couldn't see this mystery anymore, my brother. You now begin to run with the matter of the center. You couldn't look into Genesis 2. A man shall leave his father and mother and cleave unto his wife. That is, they shall glue together. It didn't say wives. We are coming into all that. Okay, let me not go ahead of myself. It was a really mind-boggling when I begin to hear you speaking about polygamy. And Sister Cassida was okay. A polygamy. What is that? Oh, my sister. Wake up. Wake up. Lamech was the one who brought about the sixth from Cain. A Cain have a teaching before you, the rejected property, the cursed one, the banished one that is being sent into the foreign land. Where is a fugitive? Where is foreign land? It is the link of fire. That is the foreign land. He was being rejected. His offering was never being taken. A seal of destruction is on his head. You kill the righteous Abel, the one that brings sacrifices that please Yahuwah. You take that offering away from him. You put stop to that offering. There is cursed eternally. And from where cometh your teaching of polygamy? Yes, he married 2 wives. The name of the one was Adiah, so Odiah. And the name of the other, Zeliah. This is where cometh your teaching of polygamy. So right now, the foundation of your teaching, it is wrong. It is satanism. It is demonic. Okay? So right now we have done with this session. So let us go now into polygamy itself. I'm going to call some holy men that practice it. I'm going to call their name. We are also going to read it to your hearing by his grace. Now you see, when the woman eats of the fruit, her husband also do likewise. Father Yehovah now said, it is death. Initially, Father Yehovah never created but to die. But since they break the rules, therefore Father Yehovah has to abide to that rules. To die, for man to die. But meanwhile, to die is not there in the first place to begin with. Now, he's not going to be there again at the end. Okay? It's also the same thing with this polygamy. That is never there in the first place to begin with. So never will he also be there at the end. If the Yehovah succor or submit to death, that everyone has to die, we now see now gave a rules that if someone die, you have to bury the person like this. And we now see Father Abraham also bought a field to be burying people, or King David also the same. Father Yehovah was not giving instruction because death already is being imputed to humanity. But that never means it's going to stand for eternity. If they did it, they practice it, and Abba Yehovah did not say it is a sin, so that doesn't mean polygamy is going to continue for all eternity. Like death cannot continue all eternity, as the death is being imputed. Father Yehovah now make a way out, and how we are and I gave instruction. Do it so when someone that you have to bury the process like this. Even though initially that wasn't the death to start with at all. But here he now gave a commandment because of it, because we are already in the body of corruption. So now, even though all these righteous men were also practicing polygamy, and if Abba Yehovah never said it is a sin, but he is not going to stand for all eternity, no. That was why he now also gave a way out. If it happened this way, that a man married a wife, we are going to unveil this mystery to you. You should do it like this. The first one is not even giving a go ahead to marry two wives. You know that of the first one. Let me not be reading. Let me not be talking. Let me read to your hearing. First of all, I'm just letting you know that polygamy is satanism. It's like polyandry. It's like what they call it, homosexuality, polygamy, polygyny, polyandry. All this polo. They are satanism. Just like polo, whatever. They are from the pit of hell. Polygamy came from the loins of serpent, just as polyandry came from the loins of serpent. We unveiled that mystery yesterday by His grace. Oh yes, in the other clip. So right now we are going into polygamy. Let me first of all read out the names of those that practice it. So first of all, I'm going to call out all the scriptures. The men that practice this evil, polygamy, from the loins of the devil. We disagree. I reject that. Genesis 4, I read it already. Exodus 32. Okay. So why Abba Yehovah also, I can say why Abba Yehovah also didn't impute it as a sin when righteous people was practicing it. I can also say it is Abba Yehovah punishment for the woman. Prior to what transpired in Genesis 3, because the woman brought about polyandry. Therefore, because Abba Yehovah make marriage so sacred that it has to be one man and one wife. Okay? But the woman now opened the door for the serpent to come and pollute marriage. That it now brought in Genesis that polyandry begin. There, homosexuality, idolatry, fornication. So all the devils that fell, serpents, fallen angels, they all pollute the corrupt marriage, right in Genesis 3, due to what transpired over there. So with that Hagar, I could say that was why Abba Yehovah allows it for some men to be practicing it, and yet call it not a sin, even though this teaching came from the seed of serpent. A punishment from the woman. Since woman you brought in, you want to make your marriage crowded. Therefore, that was why Abba Yehovah allows it. It is punishment for the women due to what happened in Genesis 3. So right now, let me call out the scripture. Exodus 21, 7 to 11. Genesis 32, 22. Deuteronomy 21, 15. 1 Samuel 1, verses 1. Verses 1. 2 Samuel 2, 2. 2 Samuel 5, 13. First Chronicles 5 and 4 verses 5, and Second Chronicle chapter 8 verses 8. Second Chronicle 11:21 and Second Chronicle 13:21. Okay, and 21 and Second Chronicle 24 verses 3. First King, this is the bigger one, the bigger fish. 11, yeah, First King 11. 3 to 15. First King 11. Okay. So right now, First John 3, verses 15. Okay. So we are going to tackle this first before we go into monogamy. I pray my time also permits me, because we have so much to talk about in this matter. That this matter needs to be addressed. So right now we are going first. We are going to read all the scripture. Oh, let me see. about polygamy, the righteous man that practice. Where am I going to begin from? And that of Father Abraham, I can never call it a polygamy. In fact, that of Jacob, we also know that is not polygamy. These are not people that practice polygamy. That of Father Abraham, we know the circumstances that put him in that state. Initially, Father Abraham was in monogamy for years. You knew that, brother. Something happened that put him in that state. And immediately the promised child came. What happened? The Hagar, the slave, was sent out of the family. And the monogamy continued. And as soon as Mama Sarah died, Father Abraham therefore now married Keturah. That is not polygamy, excuse me. He never practiced no polygamy. And the same thing with Jacob. And we knew flesh dragged him into that mess. Because when you see the shape and the figure, the breast or whatever of Raquel, therefore his flesh that dragged him into that mess. He never said that Raquel was a witch. She was an idolatress. She was an idol worshipper. That we say the disgusting idol that she was worshiping, that they will cut the head of the firstborn of the house. They will cut off the firstborn of the house head, and they will salt it with salt, taking the hair and salt it with salt, according to the book of Yashar. And this was the practice, this was the gods Raquel was worshiping. That she was not even afraid that when she is not coming to the holy and promised land, she not take those demons along with her. That brought about a death. But we know Jacob went into lust. That Yahuwah heavily ordained wife was Leah. That because Leah was not that really good looking, and she have a weak eye, maybe no flat tummy, maybe no big box on the back, or the breast is flat or whatever. She was not attractive with that. He said, no, you walk by sight. And I said, no, let me go for this one. That figure, it's unspeakable. And you know, lust drag into, just as lust is also dragging into mix these days. That when I begin to hear some of the things my sister is telling me is unbelievable. It is outrageous. That you can be using the holy right word law of Yahuwah to be deceiving our sister, robbing them because they lack understanding, because they are silly and gullible women. Just as 2 Timothy or 1 Timothy said. Yeah, 2 Timothy chapter 3 verses 6. Because they are gullible, they are silly. That is why you were able to deceive them. You should come over here to come and deceive me, okay? Let me be the first wife, and you will go and bring other 6 wives along, okay? And let's see if fire will not come out from my mouth and consume other 6. Right now, we are going to see. So that of Father Abraham is not a polygamy. I didn't listed it, and the reason I also put that of Jacob, I want to let you know that it is lust that dragged him to. It was in lust after Raquel. Okay, that is not also polygamy. That's when he lost now. Therefore, that marriage now becomes so crowded. That because Raquel wasn't the real wife, when she now see that there is no issue, therefore she make the marriage even crowd more. She crowd the marriage even more by giving her house maid. So my sister now, Leah, for her to cut the attention of her husband, let me also do what my sister did. Now she gave her maid to my husband. Maybe if I don't also do, my husband is not going to. We see that even for this woman if for Leah to have a belt, for Leah to have sex, he have to first of all bribe Raquel. You want to tell me that is of Yahuwah? That is satanism. That Raquel still occupy everywhere. That she was being hated. The heavenly chosen one was being hated because of what flesh dragged Jacob into. So that was what I put it here. Initially, something happened that put him in that state. Exactly that's something that happened to him. That is what is also working with you guys. Lusting after women. So that is why I put that off. I'm not going to read it. So where am I going to read from? I think I'm going to read now from the 1 Samuel 1:1. Excuse me, I mean 1 Samuel verses 2, not 1. It's talking about Elkanah. Elkanah, he had 2 wives. The name of the one was Hannah, and the name of the other was Peninnah. And Peninnah had no children, but Hannah had Penana had children. Penana had children, but Hannah had no children. So, Elkanah was a righteous man. He practiced polygamy, was having 2 wives. So, right now, let us go to the other one. Again, here we are in 2 Samuel 2:2. So, David went up hither, and his 2 wives also. Okay? David was a righteous man. He practiced polygamy, and Abba Yehowa did not say it's a sin. Okay, let's proceed to the other ones. That's in 2 Samuel chapter 5 verses 30. I read. It's talking about David. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem after he was from Hebron. And there were yet sons and daughters born unto David. Okay, he was a righteous man, a man after Yahweh's heart. He has a lot of concubines and wives, yet for the Abba Yehowa never said it is a sin. Just like the law of people that is dead, this is how you are going to do. Give her instruction. Therefore, when someone dies, Abba Yehowa never said it's a sin. The same thing with this polygamy. It is the body of corruption imputed by the serpent, and the teaching came from the seed of serpent. We see the origin already. Let's proceed. So here we are, 1 Chronicle chapter 4 verses 5. And Hashua, the father of Tekoa, had 2 wives, Hila and Nara, yeah. Okay, so let's proceed. This is for this is your grant. Okay, let's proceed now to chapter 8. So right now I read 1 Chronicles chapter 8 now verses 8. And Shaharahim begat children in the country of Moab after he had set them away. Hushim and Bera were his wives. So here he was also having 2 wives. Let's proceed. Now 2 Chronicle chapter 11 verse 21 I read. And Rehoboam loved Maacah, the daughter of Absalom, above his wives and his concubines. For he took, here is a big fish for you, 18 wives, okay? And 60, which is 60 concubines. 60 concubines. There's a bigger one. And he begot 28 sons and 60 daughters, okay? So right now we are going to another part. Okay, now that's a second Chronicles 13:21. I read, but Abijah was mighty and married 14 wives and begot 22 sons and 16 daughters. Another bigger fish. We are going to the greatest of the greater, which is your king, Solomon. 1 King chapter 11. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonites, and Hittites, of the nation concerning which Yahuwah said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you. Unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon cleave unto those in love. He cleave unto them in love. Satan is his children, Jezebel. And he had 7 what? The biggest fish. And he had 700 wives, princesses. This is well married ones, 700. And 300 concubines. Oh, my father. Do you see? You want to tell me that this man can really satisfy them sexually, all 1,000 wives? Or he just put these women in bondage? I strongly believe this man is not going to even remember some. The one that is going to remember that it would be the one he actually loved. Just like the sons of Solomon, he was really madly and crazy and sold and deep in love with that just one. 1,000, that is wickedness to enslave women. Now, sexually, you are not going to even meet up their demands anymore. You will just put them there that 5-6 years, these people, they are not going to see pennies. That is evil and wickedness. We are coming into that. And his wives turned his heart away. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wife turned his heart after other gods. Actually, this is what happened because now you are having many ideas. If some woman is a helper of a husband, this one will bring idea. Your head will be full. This one will bring idea. You are going to be confused in life. This one will come with one idea. The other one will come. The other, which one are you going to stick with? You see, they turn his heart away from the things of the Most High. Okay, so this is the bigger fish. Right now, we are going to read now Exodus, I think 21:7-11. The very one you are using to propagate your wickedness, to enslave the queens of Yehovah, the princess of Yehovah, the daughters of Zion for eternity. You dare say you are going to take 4 wives? You are looking for eternal salvation, but you want to enslave woman in eternal bondage. How can that be? Do unto others what you like others to do unto you. Do you know how sadful it is, how painful it is for a woman to sit and begin to see other woman doing what? Seeing her husband grinding other woman? What? Sexually? What? Do you know the hurt? Do you know the pain? Do you know the sad tears? Do you know the secrets of tears now in the eyes of my sister? It is Satanism. Its root, where it came from, it is Satanism. So right now, let us go to Exodus. Now, here is the stand of some of my brothers' wickedness. That they don't take this scripture the way it is. They now begin to twist it to suit their fleshly corner, their lust, their wicked desire. Now I read Exodus 21:7. And if a man, here is all about what Father Yehovah is talking about. If a man sell his daughter to be a maid servant, she shall not go out as the maid servant do. If she please not her master who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a stranger, a strange nation, he shall never have no power. Seeing he hath dealt deceitfully with her. You see, he's talking about slave. Are we slave that you want to just go out there and pack any Dick and Harry, Jezebel and Delilah and put them all in the house? This is talking about slave. And if he have betrayed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughter. And if he take him another wife, her food, her clothing, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these 3 unto her, then she shall go out free without money. What is Abba Yehovah talking about here? And you see the situation whereby the father is poor, there is bills in the house to pay and no money to do that. Therefore, he has to sell his son or his daughter. Now, when he now sell his daughter unto you, as you buy her, therefore, if you want to marry her, this is what you ought to do for her. And if you say, no, she's not your kind, now you want to marry her to your daughter, a son, and this is what you has to do for her. But time goes on, because that is not going to be a woman of your choice. That is not going to be a woman you intended, because you just want to buy this slave girl due to a problem in her father's house to help him out. You did not. You purchase her for the suffering of her father. Initially, maybe that is not going to be your kind of a woman. Therefore, as time goes on, you decide to marry a woman of your choice. Therefore, you should not diminish this free thing as a slave, because she's a slave married unto you. That is what Abba Yehovah is speaking about. Are we a slave that you are talking about 4 wives or 7 wives? Are you going to bring about the 12 tribes? Sorry, dear, the 12 tribes message is accomplished eternally. So you cannot use that one to justify yourself. It is done completely. Absolutely. Forget about that. Abba Yehovah allowed that to happen because even Leah herself would have brought about 12 tribes. But due to the works of flesh, lust after flesh, that was what Father Abba Yehovah, now, okay, let me share it this way. That has nothing to do with the lust of your flesh, okay? And this particular place you are using to defend your wickedness, it absolutely it means not that. Nobody sold a wife to you. No man sold her daughter to you for you to have a second chance to marry a woman. No. Okay, so let us go now to Deuteronomy. Another stand you are using to defend your wickedness. Now the last scripture, Deuteronomy 21 verses 15. I read, if a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, the hate one, and if the firstborn be hers that was hated, then it shall be when he maketh his son to inherit that which he hath had, that he may not make the son of the beloved one, the beloved firstborn, before the son of the hate, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion of all that he had, for he is the beginning of his strength, and the right of the firstborn is his. Do you see what is going on here? Now, how about your wife say eventually when you fall into this mess, because he is making it so clear that you are going to love one, okay, and you are going to hate another, because it's monogamy, is one man, one wife. There is no way your heart can be shared equal for two wives. Judea, you will be using, oh my father, you will be using a holy king to describe this filth and say if woman or if anybody that say polygamy is a sin, that person is a blasphemer. How dare you? Who said that? That King Yahushua was having 7 congregations or 7 assemblies. He also married to the Gentile. Is he having sex with them? What are you saying? Is there any sexual intercourse between Yahushua and these women? Did they have any sexual? If we also have to say that, how many nations did Abba Yehovah choose? King Yahushua said, I did not come for the Gentiles, and I call for the lordship of Yisrael. How many nations did he choose? Just one nation, Yisrael. That still make it monogamy. And you know too what the reason why the Gentiles is being grafted in, to be a male servant and a female servant to us in the kingdom, in the eternal kingdom. That is the only reason. They are now have equal rights with the firstborn, which is the Yisrael. You knew that so well. They are now having equal rights. Even in the millennial temple, the temple of Ezekiel, from verses, I think, 40 to 48. Yes. The Gentile is not allowed to come into the temple. The outer court is for them. Revelation 11:2 also said likewise that the outer court is being left for the Gentile. You know Gentile have a limit in the kingdom. Their work, as Isaiah 14 verses 2, their work is to serve the children of the kingdom. Because there is no kingdom without slaves. And we see all our forefathers were having slaves. Okay? So Gentile never gave, they were never having a right equal with us. As the body of Mashiach, the men of Israel, each 12 tribes, from Revelation 11, they are the head. But the Yahushua body have different offices. They have different offices. I think I'm going to treat both yes, they have different offices. Okay? That the head is above, because Yahuwah said, I'm going to make you the head. The Yisrael, Deuteronomy 28:1. 7, verses 6 or 7 also. They are the head, they are the chosen generation. While the right hand side, because every part of Yahushua body is an office. The head is for every single leader in the 12 tribes, or either 40 tribes, because we have two extended tribe, Manasseh and Ephraim. If we have to group all together, then it's 14. But the listed one is 12. Every single one, the leader of Yisrael, the 12,000, they had the head of Messiah is their Mashiach is their office. While the right hand is for every family. Yes, a family. And the left hand side is for the men of every kindred. Okay, or clan, yeah. Yes. Why the body, if you want to get the fullness of this statement, kindly just go and listen to a message I also did by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh titled Neither Yehudim nor Gentile. So we disclose it, this mystery over there. So we know the very lower part in Messiah body, Messiah body, that is the office of the Gentile, as we found that in 1 Corinthians chapter 12. They are the feet of Messiah. Feet carry the entire body anywhere they want to go. That is their office in the kingdom. So there's never no way you can use Gentile to compare this matter we are talking about in 2 Yehoshua married to the Gentile. He's not having sex with them in the first place. That is where, because that sexual part is holiest of holies. That it meant not to be seen by other women. And you know Gentile also have a limit. So Abba Yehovah is just making it too clear here that you are going to love one and you are going to hate another, because love is just one. That is monogamy. You can't share it. And we see that picture from the King Solomon, that he was madly in love with one. The one they used to write the songs of Solomon. They both wrote the songs of Solomon. So you can never use that of King Yehoshua to describe this filth teaching from the loins of the devil. You can never use that to describe it at all. Put stop to that. Rather, you are the one blaspheming here, using a holy teaching to describe wickedness, to describe lust. You want to enslave people, bringing 4 women into your house. Are you able to satisfy them? Can you handle them each night? 4 women each night? Okay, we will get to that. Let me not go ahead of myself. So initially, this is what Abba Yehovah is saying. You are going to love one and you are going to hate another. And we also see that in the case of Rachel and Leah. You are going to love one, you are going to hate another. So if instead of the one you hate, what did you do to her? You killed her spiritually. What the 1 John 3:15, let me be sure. It said, he that hated his brother, he said, you are a murderer. He that hated his brother, you have killed that brother spiritually. And this is what you are, that is after this polygamy, about to do to our sisters. Because you are going to love some, you are not going to love some. The one you don't love, you have killed her already, because your opposite of love is hatred. You have already killed her. And this is what Abba Yehovah said. You are going to love and you are going to hate. So instead of you to put women in bondage, why can't you just take only one and share and give her your genuine love? Really, if you really love your wife, you will never even come to conclusion of polygamy. Because you know, if you are talking about polygamy, you are just saying she's not qualified, she's not good enough to have all your totality. Now I want to share it. That is the message of you talking about polygamy, where you know too well he came from the loins of the devil. So right now we are going to read 1 John 3. I quote it already. Let me just read it for your hearing. 1 John 3:15. Whosoever hated his brother is a murderer, and know that no murderer had eternal life abiding in him. Okay, no murderer have eternal life abides in him. No. So if you hate, you are going to love one and you are going to hate the other. The one you hate, you kill her already, and there will not be eternal life for you. Okay, because you just murdered somebody in your heart. You hate, you love. So with that, there is no eternal life in you. So let's go to the gullible, silly women. This now will also now lead us to the next step. This leads us to the next step. That they are saying it is nation build. What is nation build? Where you are talking about nation build, you want to build the nations. What about Abba Yehovah? When he want to build the entire world, Abba Yehovah is talking of building the entire world. So when he want to build the entire world, how many women did he ordain for it? If Abba Yehovah want to build a nation through you, does that really mean he have to give you 4 wives or 7 wives to build a nation? It is the lust of your flesh, okay? Because when he want to build this entire world, the 4 corners of the earth, he started with just 1 woman. That one we should have found a reason. If we see it that in Genesis 2, that Abba Yehovah created 1,000 wives for one Adam, therefore we would have found a reason to that. Okay, he want to fill the earth. He want to build the earth. So with 1 woman, maybe it's going to take a long time in filling the earth. That was the reason he created this 1,000 wives for Adam. But yet, Father Yehovah, he never did that. Rather, he still go with one man and one woman, build the entire world. Talk less of it that want to build just a nation. You are talking about 4 wives to do what with it? That is the lust of your flesh. This is what I'm going to call your name. I'm going to call 2 brothers' name here. This is the lust of your flesh. I've called that of Brother Judea already. And you, I'm also going to call you by the name of your YouTube channel, Brother Army of Yazrael. You are falling into lust. This, my brother, just get a calculator. I say, are you serious? This is outrageous. That when I see him, he just get a calculator. He now begin to calculate 7 men, and where each of us is going to be having four wives. So every year they are going to be bringing 4 children. So in 20 years, we are going to have 144 children. With 7 men, with 28 women. Every year they are going to be bringing 4 children. And in 20 years, we are going to be having 144 children. We are building a nation. You are building a nation. That is lust, my brother. Quit. That is lust. So right now we are going into polygamy, monogamy. Now there's something they are also using to quote Isaiah chapter 4. That is another satanism I have seen. Movie. This is the main reason why King Yehoshua said Todd is going. He's going from the camp of Israel. Only 1/3 will be saved, because this madness can never be tolerated in the new earth. He said, he that hated his brother, you are a murderer. There is no eternal life in you. This is another good reason that Todd is going to be cut off. They are going to die in Babylon. They are not returning, because you cannot carry the teachings of the seed that serpent came into the new kingdom. No, never. That is never be done. As soon as King Yehoshua appeared now, anyone that make it, he said, because the 10th of Yehudim will be saved first. Anyone that follow him into the kingdom is monogamy, because in Revelation 21 is restoring back monogamy. Every single thing we lost in Eden's garden, Revelation 21, that is where Abba Yehoshua now gave it back to us. The new Yerushalayim, the new earth, come down from heaven again, like he did it before. Now monogamy begins again. I'm going to call some scripture. Let me first of all go into this wickedness they are also using. Oh my Father, to prove their wickedness also. This is outrageous. This is so disgusting. This is profane, unbelievable. I never know this wickedness also going with him. Brothers in the US, I only thought maybe those in Nigeria or those in Italy or in European country, we always see this wickedness in them. That they will just sit at home. Woman will be bringing money for them. The one they are calling Shetro over here. I never knew, my brother, they are also doing it in the US. This time you are using a holy royal law to propagate wickedness. And said that day is Professor 7 women is gonna order to 1 man, and they are gonna be begging him, give us your name, and we are gonna be eating our food, we are going to be wearing our clothes, you don't need to do nothing. This is filth. This is spiritual bankrupt. This wickedness you are preaching, it is a curse. If you don't know it, it is a curse. Come, if you think you are coming with 4 wives or 7 wives into the new kingdom, forget about it. You are not coming at all into the kingdom. No way. Forget about it. No, because it is monogamy. So if you know you want to come into the kingdom with 1 wife, therefore you have to get rid of this wicked teaching. 7 wives, that is filth. Using that part to justify your evil, that is filth. Let me read it for your hearing. When I nearly just born again, I think that would be about, it was 2000, yeah, then 70 years now. This was my first scripture I received from excuse me. It is my second scripture. Because my first scripture has to do with let go fornication. That is 1 Corinthians chapter 6. Yes, that was my first scripture. And this was followed by this. When I received this vision, I don't know what Isaiah chapter 4 really means. And I began to go, by that was into this coven called the Christendom, and I begin to, please, I don't know, can you help me? I give it to some brothers also in the ministry. Can you help me with Isaiah chapter 4? Some say, okay, it is so. But they never come to the conclusion of one man having 7 wives. No, they never come into that at all. At all. They were talking about other thing. Yes, they were speaking about other thing. So let me read it. Now, when I begin to, that is where the full understanding now came to me. I read, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, okay? And wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our disgrace. But you now forget the verses too. He said, this is Abayewa speaking. In that day shall the branch of the shall the branch of Yehovah be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Yazrael. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in the Jerusalem shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When Adonai shall have washed, listen now, away the filth of the daughters of what? Zion. So the verse 1 was filth. It was filth. He said, let me take it again, verse 4. When Adonai shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning, is going to set them all ablaze. This is what you are using to justify. You will take only one, choose out of context, and you will run with it. You will begin to push it out on people to justify your lust. Okay, so right now I want to take just this one verse and push it now on you also. Let's leave the other verse. We see that Father Yehovah said this practicing was filth. It is evil. It is Satanism teaching. Now, 7 women here. Let me give it to you now in your way, because I'm also going to use this to establish that of the Christendom in another form entirely. Now, let me give it to you as you have said. Okay? Right now, you said 7 women is going to, because oh, this was so outrageous that he said that day you 7 women, 7 of you women, you're going to fall on your fields, you are going to be creeping on your feet, you are going to be running after me, you are going to be in the kingdom for me to cover you up, for you, because you need the righteous man and to cover it up. All you 7 women, you are going to fall on your feet begging me to cover it up, begging me to give you money, because I'm going to cover it up, I'm going to be a protection. Shame on you for taking this Satanism teaching to justify your flesh. Shame on you. Now, what did he say then? 7 women will lay hold, and they will say, don't give us no food. That is exchange. Don't give us no clothes. That is exchange. What did Abba Yehovah said? I think Deuteronomy we have just read, that if you marry to Exodus what? 21, 7 to 11. What did he say? As he gave the condition that if you said now you want to marry other wife, that this thing must be given to that slave girl. Must be given to that slave girl. What? You shall give her clothing, feeding, and don't diminish her duty as a wife. This authority must be given. What these people say, these women say, they say you shouldn't do that. That is turning the royal law upside down. They say you shouldn't give it to them. We are going to do it for ourselves. That rules destroy your argument, your teaching. Because these women said, don't do that. This is Jezebel. This is Satan spirit. This is another spirit of Eve. I'm going to be calling her Eve. This is the spirit of Jezebel, feminist. These are feminist spirit. That they will sit you at home, they themselves will take your position, you will not take their position. As now you will become a woman. That is spiritual bankrupt. That is you walking with your head instead of you walking with your feet. Like some of my brother, this is the testimony I heard from this sister. I'm not going to share her name. He hurt me so bad. This one really hurts my belly. That this brother now, he said she did this thing for years for him. That this brother now sit at home doing nothing. That this woman said when she worked, everything she earned, monthly, as she received the salary, she will give every single thing to this man. That this man will say, I am your head. Therefore, you don't have nothing. Everything you own belongs to me. Me, I'm going to still sit at home only to be studying the scripture. So you now, as my helper, go out there and be working. At month end, they bring everything. The man is the one to determine how that money will be used. That is filth. That is wickedness. You giving your position to a woman, it is filth, it is wickedness. He said she did this for years. At the end, this brother now said, the royal law said he have to marry 7 wives or 4 wives. He now go for another. He now go for another. Then he go for another. Then he go for another. And all these wives, they are all living on their own. He will sleep here today. He will sleep there tomorrow. He will sleep. That is filth. Disgusting. This is so outrageous. Gullible and silly women, just as 2 Timothy 3:6 said. I think I'm also going to read it for you here. For some women to come to you and say, give us your authority. Your name is who you are. Your name is your authority. Your name carry your divinity. They ask for that. They are asking for your office. They are asking for your honor. They are asking for who you are. And then what in return they're going to give to you? Feminist. Lazy man. Providing my own clothes. That is satanism. Because even though you marry unto that level, because we see the men of the old that practice this polygamy, they were worthy. They were capable in providing for them. Those women never went out and be seeking for daily bread, and yet they will not bring it to the man to eat. That is filth. None of them did that wickedness. You just sit at home, do it shetro over there with United States passport. You refuse to work and provide for your family. That woman is the one to provide. That is filth. That is disgusting. Now, in another form, this place really is dealing with a ministry. I'm going to establish this with that of the Christendom. It's dealing with a ministry. Okay? But I also take it and give it to you the way you said it is. He said, I'm going to judge you by your word. This is the reason why thought is going away. Because you are filled with Babylon. You are filled with the satanism teaching. Let me quickly read that for the gullible women. I can't believe that they are coming to be propagating this filth. This satanism teaching that has no root, that came. It wasn't there in the beginning to begin with. Neither we found it at the end. Right now, I'm going to teach that. Now, this goes for you, gullible sister, and silly sister that is unlearned, that is unwise. This goes for you. As Timothy, as is already said in Timothy 2, chapter 3, I read verses 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and led captive silly women, laying with a sin, led away with diverse lust. You see, he said you are being led into captive because you are unlearned, you are uneducated, you don't know nothing of who you are. Your womb is the ark of the covenant. Your husband penis and 2 testicles, it is the holiest of holies, meant not to be seen by any other woman. Now I'm going to throw this at my brother Judea. You taught one lesson that said the tabernacle in Exodus 29, that the bullock is being sacrificed to cleanse the altar. And you said the bullock represents you men, while the altar represents us women. Now, in that area, it said every day, this sacrifice needs to be made to cleanse her every day for 7 days, which is the 7,000 year when Messiah come down will be cleansed finally. Now, you said that is sexual activities, sex rituals, and you now present it with Ephesians chapter 5. That now this is how man need to sacrifice his life for his wife. That the bullock, it is you men. And that bullock was single, and that altar was not altars. No, it was altar, singular. Now, as you said, the woman is altar, therefore the sperm needs to be given unto her for her cleansing. Now that you are talking about 4 wives, how are you going to be cleansing these altars? If eventually you end up with 4, and some is going to end up in 7. Now, how are you going to be cleansing these 4 altars every day? This is your teaching. Be careful that you are not taken by your word. How are you going to be cleansing this altar now every day? Altars 4 as one bullock, because it's only one altar will find in there. from your teaching. Only one altar we see in there. Now that you are talking about 4 wives, how now that you are bringing 4 wives into the new kingdom, you forget about it. No one of you that practice polygamy will come into the kingdom. No, not at all. No one of you. Because it is satanism. Now that you said the bullock is being given to cleanse the altar, now that you are speaking about 4 altars or 7 altars, how are you now going to be giving your life every blessed day to the 4 altars or 7 altars? Let me tell you, you are going, if you dare, you are going to give yourself low sperm count. Period. If you say you have 4 wives every day, you have to service all 4 to cleanse them, as the royal law said, or you have 7 wives each day, you have to be cleansing them, having sex with 7 women every single night. Let me tell you, you are going to give yourself a low sperm count. Period. That is the sickness you are going to get from it. It's 1 altar and 1 bullock. Means just as 1 Corinthians chapter 7 Apostle Shaul said there, this sexual activity or rituals needs to be given every day. Man, you don't hold yourself. A woman, you don't hold yourself. He said, except in a mutual consent. When you are done, he said, quickly come back again so that devil won't enter your midst. So he is talking about sex activities is every night to cleanse the altar. Every night. As Exodus 29 illustrated. Now that you are going to be having 7 altars or 4 altars, how are you going to be giving them all your sperm? I said, if you dare, you are going to give yourself low sperm count. And any one of you that practice this polygamy can never come into the kingdom. Because you think King Yahushua is going to stand there. This is monogamy now. You think he's going to stand there watching you enslaving his daughters? Putting them in bondage? That you are going to hate some and love some? That you are going to be having sex with some and deny some? You think he's going to allow you to do this filthiness in his presence? Of course, no. It is monogamy. Let me also give the scripture for that. Now, the music is changed. Return back to where it begins with. Okay? This will cleanse some males here. This is going to cleanse up some males in you guys. Lust. Flesh, it has no place in the new kingdom. Flesh, they always talk about 8 days, 8 days. Flesh will be done away with. Flesh will be cut off. 8 days simply means cut off flesh, lose fat, lose oil, take off the flesh is not needed in the kingdom. Okay, death is not needed in the kingdom. Okay, the same polygamy or whatever polygyny is not needed in the kingdom. This is going to cleanse us some next year. Now, Genesis 2, verses 21, Revelation 21, Matthew 17, 1 to 9, 1 Corinthians 7, 1 to 4. I quote the second Timothy verses 3 already. That's Sister T. I'm going to call your name. You said 4 years ago, when I first of all had polygamy or polygyny, hair break loose. That you never believe you will come out and to be preaching a polygamy. If your husband wants to marry, they are your sister. Look at what you are saying to yourself. You want to enslave your soul. Why did the hell first of all break loose on you when you heard it first time? For what purpose? If it's something that you really need. Sister Casida, can you look into my eyes and tell me that polygamy or whatever that you are going to be okay with polygamy as you also come to preach about it? Can you look into my eyes and tell me that is what you really need, that you will be okay with it? If that is true, more power to you, my sister. But forget about the new kingdom, because that filthiness won't be practiced in the new kingdom. Never. It is not needed. I call all the scriptures already. First of all, we know already Genesis 2. Let me read it. We are coming right back here. Genesis, this is what Revelation is all about. 21. We are coming right back here. Monogamy. I read now from 19 to 25 or so. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife. It didn't say wives. Okay? Unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. It didn't say they shall become one flesh. Did you see anything? Flesh. Multiply. Flesh. Did you see anything else there? Gullible women. Silly women lay with sin. You see? He said, Abayewa said it is not good for the I will make him a suitable helper. It is a helpers. So this is what Revelation is all about. We are coming right back to the beginning. Right now we'll go into another part. Now, First Corinthians chapter 7, I read. I meant not to insult you, my sister Casida. I love you with all my heart. Really, I love you. Okay? But just that when I listen to your message, also you are saying this. No, my sister, you are not meant for that. You are a queen. Your womb, as your womb is sacred, the same with the penis and the penis of your husband is also sacred unto you. It is the holiest of holies. Other women are told men not to see it, my sister. Fight for your rights, okay? Prove it from the royal law, okay? Don't give in to satanism doctrine. No, you shouldn't do that, my beloved sister. I love you with the love of Jehovah. Now, I read from verses 1, 1 Corinthians 7, verses 1. Now, concerning the things, wherefore ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have their own wife, and every woman have their own husband. It didn't say their own, my sister Casida. You need your own husband. Let every woman have their own, not our own husband, not our. No, your own. He said, let everyone have their own, your own. This is for me. Whenever a house, whenever the marriage is being multiplied, it's not your husband. It is our husband now. No more your own husband. No, he said, let the husband rather until the wife due balances, and likewise also the wife unto her husband. The wife had not power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband had no power over his own body, but the wife. It didn't say wives. That is, if I need you to come into me 3 times a night, I have power over that. You will not sleep. Give it to me, my husband. I need sex. When you're done, please, I'm not okay. I need some more. Can you give me some more? I have power over it to go into you, to drill out that sperm from you 3 times anytime I want it. Okay? But when you now become our husband, there is no room for that anymore. Do you know how holy your sperm is? Do you know the power of ejaculation? I think the 7th hormones called interstitial cell stimulating hormones. Do you know how powerful that hormone is? That is the power of ejaculation, that is secreting sperm, that when you begin to grind your wife, the womb is the ark of the covenant. That Father Jehovah will not touch something, he will not command the 7th hormone, interstitial cell stimulating hormones. It will not time now. It is time to cleanse my daughter. Release. It will say release that water now into her womb. A uterus, the ark of the covenant. Do you know how holy that service is? How can Father Jehovah will sit watch over you, giving it unto 4 women, 7 women? No, it is monogamy. All right, because he begins. Polygamy was never there to begin with. Neither he is going to be there at the end. If you say you love polygamy more than your eternal state, because you are going to love some, you are going to hate some. Therefore, forget about it. You are not coming to the kingdom. He said, defraud ye not one another. Verses 5. Except be with consent, mutual consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan will not tempt you. Okay? You see, come together again, that Satan will not enter into the matter, that Satan will not seduce your wife to do silly things. That as you begin to go into her every day, there won't be a room for Satan. You shut the door. You locked up the door. You never give devil time to speak at all. No, it is monogamy. You see, let every woman have their own husband. Are you going to be calling when you have other wives? You will say my husband. No, it is our husband. But the new commandment forbid that. Even the old commandment never command that. Never. Okay, let's see other precept. Let me quickly read this. And after 6 days, Yehoshua took Akipha, James, and Yehukanah, his brother, and brought them up into an high mountain apart, and there was transfigurated. You see, the transfiguration will come after 6 days, which is the 7,000 year. Now that Messiah is going to come, you think he's going to permit this nonsense? He himself is also going to be having a wife. Of course. We according to the royal law, we prove it that Maria Magdala is going to be the bride of Messiah. Here on earth is going to be his queen. That is why anyone shouldn't surprise when Messiah is coming. He is coming with his wife, his bride. Because the first Adam was having a wife. Likewise, the second Adam also going to be having a wife. We see at the cross, the sign needs not to be pierced for salvation. As we see that illustration in Exodus chapter 12. The sign wasn't pierced at all. But what that illustration was being given to confirm what the first Adam what Father Abba Yehovah did with the first Adam. He pierced his side. There come his wife, Kawa. So right now, the second Adam that is going to restore the new earth back unto us, his side was also being pierced. That is the office of his wife. The office of his wife, it is the side that was being pierced, because there come out now his wife. And his stoop and his penis, because you know he is having every single part like you do. So his penis and his testicles is going to be buried testimony on earth, just as the first Adam. Okay, so do you think he is bringing back now the message of monogamy? That woman have to enjoy her wife, and a wife don't have to share his heart for multitude. No. And remember, the royal law also said the king should not multiply wives. No. King should not multiply. A king ought to marry just one woman. Monogamy. We found that in the law. And yet King David went ahead and multiplied wife. Solomon multiplied wife. Rehoboam also multiplied wife. That is disobedient unto the royal law, because the king ought not to do that. So the eternal high king is coming with one wife, with the message of monogamy. Okay? In the seventh day, that is the transfiguration. That is the renew of all things. Okay? And then I read verses 4. And then answered Kepha and said, Yehoshua, okay, who appeared at the mountain of transfiguration. Say his face was did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as snow. And behold, there appeared unto him Moshe and Eliyahu, talking with him. And then what did Abba Yehovah said? He now said, this is my beloved son. Let me quickly read that for the sake of time. Listen to him. It is him we are going to follow now. Okay? If the first Adam never propagated, we see that polygamy came from the loins of the devil. So right now, I'm coming. Okay, I read now verses 9. And as they came down from the mountain, excuse me. Oh no, not here. I'm going to read verses 5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. Okay, listen not to him, not to Moshe and not to Eliyahu. Now listen to the centered one, the son of the Most High, the eternal king, that he is coming now with a monogamy. Okay, Revelation 21, you can read that in your quiet time. It did not say brides, it said bride, singular in the kingdom. So that is the message. If you say you love monogamy, you want to keep twisting the word of you, want to put and enslave our sister, therefore you forget about the new kingdom. You are not coming in. 2/3 is going away. Only 1/3 will be saved. And the 1/3 will not practice this wickedness. So let's see some other proof. Now Matthew 19 from verse 7 to 8. When they were discussing, they said unto him, why did Moshe then command to give a written of divorcement, and to put her away? Yahushua said unto them, Moshe, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered ye to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. It is because of the hardness of your heart. That is why you are multiplying wives. Then you have the time to set some away. But in the beginning, it wasn't so. He returned back again to monogamy. So this is what we are going to follow. So family, stay in tune. for the final part, that will be the point 6, 7, and 8. 8, excuse me. That is a Jezebel spirit needs to be silent. The women that ought not to speak. That's what we are going to look into. Okay. Please don't just stick with this part of 3. Listen to part 2 in order to understand this 3. So shalom, and that one will be released by His grace on Thursday. Okay, on Thursday, yeah, I will upload that one. So stay in tune. Shalom. Sanami Oshanta Bule, Sanami Oshanta Labeya, Sanami Kurelaba Shantaya. Salami Kurelabo Shantaya. Salami Yarabasanto you. Salami Yarabo Shandea. Salami Bushantala. Busedebo. Kurelaba Yakaya. Salami Shandela Yakubandema. Kurelaba Mama Sayobo. Iya Santoyobo. Musheya. Musekeba. Heya. Musekei. Salami Yahuwah. Heya. Salami Yahoshua. Salami Ruach HaKodesh. Salami Yerebo Sundeya. Salami Kurshantalabeya. Salami Salami Keboleya. Salami Turlabashatubu. Salami Karaboyende. Salami. Oh, Salami Moshantabe. Salami Yarabaso. Yarabaso, yeah. Salami Yahuwah. Salami, Salami Kurelabasekeya. Kurelabashantalabu. Kurelabasekeya. Kurelabasei Mosulami. Sanamia. Oh, Kurelabasekei. Bushia. Buseke yeke bo. Sanami Bushantalabe Buseke